Hi, Aries. Welcome. Woo! Aries, welcome to your spiritual reading. We're going to go ahead and get straight into it and see what we have coming through the tarot for you. So, Aries, before I could even finish my intro, your first card popped out, which is the semi-sextile of allowing. So, this is talking about encouraging you to see the potential in something. And right before I started the video, I got a message about holy connection. Okay, that I don't know if that's referring to a relationship connection or you making the connection in your mind about something, or like feeling the connectivity between you and the universe right now. But I distinctly heard that right when I was sitting to do your reading. So there's some sort of connection coming through for you. And so pay attention as to what that may be for you. But this card is also talking about having hope. This is a growth cycle. There's also some sort of reward coming through for you energetically, karmically speaking. Okay, so if you've been in this space, Aries, of acceptance, of allowance, I feel like you're going to see some sort of development in that area of your life. Vice versa, if you've been in this lower energy of like pushing against or railing against things, you may notice a little bit of stagnation. But I feel like for those of you that are tuning into this reading, you're more on the end of expansion, right? Because you were called to this reading for a reason. And that's kind of what I'm feeling, like this expansive growth opportunity and some sort of connectivity or connection coming through here for you, Aries. So let's get into it and see. So what else do we have coming through? That was the Ace of Pentacles that wanted to pop out there. And you have the Magician, which is all about your ability to make your dreams come true, your ability to manifest the things that you want. This is saying that you have all of the tools necessary, Aries, to make what you want happen, right? But this energy isn't actually about pushing for results or making something happen through your hard work and through your action. This is talking more about your ability to manifest energetically by what you're giving your thought to and by being in a state of allowance, a state of acceptance, right? When you get really good at being able to understand how important your thought patterns are and how your thought patterns contribute to how easily life comes at you or how difficult life comes at you, the better off you'll be once you understand that connection. And maybe some of you are coming into that understanding, right? Or maybe you've long held that understanding of the connection between your thoughts and what manifests. But I think it will be crystal clear, okay, especially over these next 30 days, as to how sharp that connection is and how well things go when you train your thoughts towards the good, towards the things that you're looking to manifest, towards the things that you want, Aries, because there's a reward here for you, okay? So it's like you're manifesting something, but it's not by what you're doing. It's by what like you have going on energetically, by what you're thinking. Make sense? I hope so. All right, so let's go into the headspace here, Aries, and see what you need to know about the current energy. Then we're going to look at the heart space and what's going on with you emotionally with the relationship sector, and then the big spiritual picture, and go from there. So Aries, you have Two of Cups coming through, which there's that. See, now this card talks about what? It talks about connectivity or a connection, okay? So getting more around that. Nine of Swords. Woo, my cards are flying. The World. Ace of Swords, Knight of Swords, and the Four of Swords. So some of you might have had some stress around relationships or a connection leading up into the now moment. However, there's a sense of like you overcoming that, all right, during this time frame and getting like clarity, getting answers around that make you feel better about a situation, that gives you some sort of, sometimes like things occur to shift our focus. All right. There could have been something that felt very stressful, but in some weird way, like it shifted your focus in a way that like allowed you to feel better or to get into a circumstance that feels better for you. And I'm getting the song Better Now by Post Malone. That may resonate with you. Take it or leave it. But anyways, it's like this restful period coming through too as well, where just feeling a little bit better about life, about your lot in life, about your situation here, okay? I also feel like the only thing that was standing in the way, by the way, from you connecting the dots earlier was your own stinking thinking, like your own fears. Okay, some of you could have had fears going on around relationships or a specific connection, and I feel that lifting as well during this time frame. I'm sorry, hold on a second. Okay, so yeah, I just feel like for whatever reason, Aries, there being a lot of stress around a specific situation or connection. I don't know why I feel so drawn to these two cards. It's almost like I cannot take my eyes off of it. It could be too, like you've got all these wonderful things happening. You may, let me get the message right, please. Okay. It could be that, like, first of all, if there's a situation that's stressing you out, it does have the ability to throw you off track if you give it enough of your attention. However, I feel like if you're in the group that was drawn to watch this reading, and you're currently watching, that means you're in that group, then this is talking about like not having time or space for that, or not giving time or space to that situation, not giving it energy anymore. All right. Like literally getting into this place of like overcoming this Nine of Swords energy. And it's just like going along your merry way. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like you're too blessed to be stressed. I don't know, that type of vibe coming in for you, Aries. Because really all of these cards are so positive, and I feel you like heavily they're giving me the word encouraged to see the positive, or maybe you're feeling encouraged or you're receiving some sort of encouragement, and it's just, whatever was stressing you, okay, just being like a blip on the radar. Like, I can't believe, you ever look back on something and you're like, I can't believe I stressed over that, like, and everything turned out fine. You know what I mean? Like, but like when we're in the mix of things, we can't always see the long run. But I feel like that's one of these situations where, you're just like, you either don't have time to stress, or you don't care to stress over something, or you're getting some sort of look back where you're like, I can't believe I was all freaked out and like for no reason. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry that I say, you know what I mean, a lot. You know what I mean? Sorry, not sorry. I'm not just being a brat. I get that comment every once in a while. Somebody will comment like, you say that a lot. And I'm like, I actually don't catch myself until after I say it. But yeah, you're right. I do. But at the same time, I don't have control over it. It's just the way I talk. You know what I mean? Sorry, I had to liven it up for a second. All right, let's go into the emotional space and see what we have going in for you, Aries. Emotional space for my Aries. The first thing that I got when I got this card combination out was owner of a lonely heart. But actually I heard it as owner of a guarded heart. Some of you might be very guarded or protective of your heart or of the people that you love, right? And I do feel like, Aries, you are definitely a zodiac sign that will go, you know, stick up for people that you love, that you tend to be more on the protective side, right? When something's really meaningful to you. And that could be coming through this, really, this energy as well. Let's not read all of those. And then the Queen of Wands. So there's this emotional connectivity coming through. You might notice that you feel more lively than usual, more excited. You might be tapping into your more creative self or your creative pursuits during this time frame. You might be more generous with your time and energy, and other people might be extending themselves to you. Oftentimes this is talking about helpful and supportive people entering your life, or circumstances, or like the universe kind of giving you back what you've been giving. So if you've been giving of yourself, Aries, this might be a time where you're receiving. All right, because this is all about receptive mode, and that's the message I got at the beginning, which was you don't really have to push for things right now. You can kind of just accept what's coming through naturally through the universe, right? Through law of attraction. The only thing that could stop you, Aries, is this kind of skeptical nature about you, or this part of you that can be a little bit on the defense or guarded. I don't know why this is coming up, right? There's something here that has the potential to trigger you, but not really. Because I feel like there's such an overwhelmingly sense of well-being coming through that this seems to me like more of an irritation than anything, like something irritating or irritating you or getting on your nerves and having the ability to pull you out of your good feeling space, which isn't that always the case, but I just feel like you're not going to let it get the best of you, not right now, right? Anyways, I don't know why I keep getting caught on that same card, but I do, and I'm sure it'll come to me as to why. And here we go with the Two of Swords. And the Nine of Cups. And I keep hearing a Tom Petty song, Don't Come Around Here No More. And I keep getting a vibe too about not welcome. I'm going to see what this is about. So yeah, there could be a situation developing, Aries, that has the ability to pull you out of, like I said, your good feeling self. Can be quite irritable, irritating, but I feel like your guard is up in that situation, and yeah, you're not being very welcoming of that, which is a protective mechanism, which is fine. But for some reason, I keep getting stuck on that. So I don't know, guys. Don't negate all of these beautiful things that want to come through for you by getting stuck on, you know, shit that doesn't really matter, you know, in the big, big picture. I hate to say that language, but whatever. You know what I mean? Like getting wrapped up in something that's irritating to you or someone. All right. So, because here's what wants to come through. This is like things lining up. All right. This is a sense of feeling successful. And yet, oh, Aries, don't overthink this. Now, some of you have something beautiful coming through that is a growth opportunity, okay, or some sort of welcome development. And as opposed to being happy for yourself, you may find yourself stressing over like the details, the now what, the, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to equate it to this. Like, you know, when you get a new job and initially, like when you're interviewing and everything, all you want is that offer. All you want is that offer. And you think, I'm going to be so happy when I get that offer. And then you kind of stress over it. And then you get the phone call and you get the offer. And you're like, yes, oh my gosh, you're on top of the world for like a day or so. And then you start the job, or sometimes even before you start the job, you start stressing about how you're going to fit in and how you're going to learn the job. And you know what I mean? Like, don't pre-pave the way with worry, Aries. This reminds me of the Libra reading that I just did. If you have Libra in your chart or connecting with one, go watch that. But it's like, it does, you know, that's just an example, right? But it's something like that, where it's like you're getting like a little bit of a reward from the universe and you're like, yes. But then at the same time, you're like then stressing about what's next, or, you know what I mean? And it's like, just celebrate these small wins as they come, Aries, and the small wins will build up to the big wins. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, I said, you know what I mean again. See, I never catch it till after I say it. Anyway, sorry. Side note, my ADD is kicking today, y'all. All right. But then you end on the Lovers. Why the Lovers? This is the connection that you're making. What is the connection about? What is the connection? If you've also been feeling disconnected from a partner or just love in general, like feeling like things aren't going your way, they're saying that there is the only thing, I'm sorry, my phone started vibrating. The only thing keeping you from a connection or a genuine connection is the disconnection between you and you. Or from thinking that there's a disconnection, thinking about it in that way. Does that make sense? Give me more on that. Like, I want to give you an example. The other day, I was way out of alignment. And you guys know that I talk to my spirit guides every day, all day. And I kept asking, like, why do I feel so out of alignment? Why am I out of alignment? I'm out of alignment. And then I finally quieted my mind long enough, and the guidance I received is the reason you feel out of alignment is because you keep saying you're out of alignment. But it's like sometimes when we're so believing our thoughts and we're so in our thoughts, it's so hard for us to see how silly we're being, how we're perpetuating a story we don't like. I kept feeling out of alignment because I kept telling myself I was out of alignment, you know, And for some reason, that story is coming through as an example of how simple something is, like something that you want that's right under your nose, which I was just talking to an Aries moon about something being under her nose the other day. And it's like the only disconnection is you thinking, Aries, that there's some sort of disconnection. I hope that example is making sense. It's like a thought pattern that you may not even be aware that you have, that you believe to be very realistic, but actually it's working against you. Right? Because like on the day that I felt out of alignment, I really believed in what I was saying to myself. But then sometimes I have to have reminders to myself that I'm the one creating the thought train, no one else. So why am I choosing those thoughts when I could choose any thought in the universe? It's because law of attraction is tricky. So anyways, I hope that made sense to you. There is some sort of karmic balance coming through a relationship sector. And I'm telling you, some of you, there's a connection coming through, okay? An actual connection, or you connecting the dots in a situation that's helping you to kind of overcome something and go into this lighter energy. As long as you don't let your irritations get the best of you, which may be possible, but I feel like it will be a blip on the radar, and then you'll kind of bounce right back out of that energy here, Aries. So let's see what the guidance is. Am I going to reach my guidance cards? Oh my goodness. Oh, too many. All right, so it says, how wonderful I am. The vibration of my being influenced the universe. I bless and appreciate every religion. Very interesting. So let's read these. This one says, we're wanting to awaken within you your memory of how wonderful you are, how good you are, and how worthy of whatever you're wanting you are. Everything vibrates and is communicating, reacting, responding, and integrating with other vibrating things. Once you begin to offer your vibration on purpose, now you are in absolute control of your experience. So this card is important because it's reminding you, Aries, that your mood, you know, what you have going on in your internal dialogue is your vibrational offering to the universe. And the universe responds by matching you up with everything that matches what you have going on energetically. And so to be more consciously aware of that connection between thoughts and experiences. And then this one says, there's something for everyone in this magnificent environment of wide diversity where we as people can continue to take thought beyond that which has never been before. So, Aries, wow, interesting reading. I'm going to leave it there for now. Zodiac signs you could be connecting with or have in your own chart. I have Libra, Gemini, Libra and Gemini, is that it? Pisces over there. And that's all, folks. So you may have those placements in your chart, be connecting with one, or those time frames might be important to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do have content over there. Tarot Time with Dana, all of it linked in the description box below, as well as in the About section of my YouTube, where you can find the link to donate if you want to donate there. Otherwise, I'm wishing you the very, very best, Aries. And until next time, my friends, namaste.